Today, the moon continues in Sagittarius, bringing a little bit more of a bird's eye view. So, an opportunity to reflect on the meaning, deepen our understanding of recent events, especially around an intense Scorpio new moon that took place midweek this week. And we also had a Mercury opposite Uranus that was destabilizing, bringing new information to light, and also helping us access insights if we are paying attention. So, again, getting outside of some of those old habits and patterns to open our hearts and minds to what is possible and how things can unfold when we are believing in the future. So, the future and our beliefs are in the spotlight with the Sagittarius Moon. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Friday, November 21st. And we continue yesterday's themes of that Sagittarius vibe that helps us to get a little bit more perspective on some of those intense energies we've been going through recently. In many ways, not just this week, right? But it feels like all year things have been intense on and off, right? So we have some outer planet alignments that are bringing significant shifts, opening doorways, bringing change in ways that are truly outside of the box, outside of the norm, and really inviting us to shift our thinking, right? Get outside the box of our old paradigms and our old limited ways of seeing the world and opening to new possibilities. So some of that is painful. Some of it is forcing us to confront difficult truths and issues and problems that have been surfacing from maybe where we couldn't see them, or maybe where we didn't want to see them. And so having this opportunity to throughout the year, really, and ongoing, because the outer planet sextiles that are forming and opening doors in many ways are in place for 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So it's not going away anytime soon. But in particular, 2025 and 2026 are more intense in terms of the specific alignments that happen, but it will continue for years. So doorways opening means that we need to open our minds to see things we couldn't see before. And that means some hard truths, but it also means opening the door to possibility, creative approaches, getting outside the box of old ways of responding and steering things forward. And so what does that look like for you in your life, in your creative process? What are you discovering? What is opening up for you? What can you take advantage of that's maybe a new avenue that you haven't seen as an option in the past, that maybe is either becoming an option or is inviting you to look at it again and to, open your mind to the possibilities that may be there. It is, of course, also a time of transition and transformation in the collective and the ways that you show up in your life to contribute to the things that you are concerned about in the world around you. So for today, that vibe is the Sagittarius energy of rising above, getting above the feeling of being immersed in something where we have had those energies with the Scorpio moon and the Scorpio new moon and a lot of Scorpio planets and energy. In fact, today, Mercury, which is retrograde now in Scorpio, is forming a Grand Trine with Saturn and Jupiter, so in water signs, and that is opening a doorway as well. Again, We have to see where the current is going with water. Things are flowing, things are moving, and it's not about control, but it is about paying attention. And so noticing where those currents are going and how you can work with them, because again, you're not going to change the currents of energy, but you can see where you can contribute to positive outcomes. You can see how you can harness energies to benefit you, or to at least be something that you can work with in a positive way. And so look for that flow. Look for where the flow is. Pay attention to your intuition, but don't get lost or don't lose your way. So stay grounded, stay anchored in what is important to you. And coming back to, with Sagittarius, especially, the bigger picture of your beliefs and what is important to you. So now we are in this unfolding Scorpio moon cycle, and lots of change is possible. We are in the midst of transformation, like it or not. But again, it is all about how we show up, how we engage with it, how we think about it, even how we think about ourselves, right? Do we think about ourselves in terms of being a victim of our circumstances, or do we see ourselves as active, as engaged, as participating in what we want to create, and to do that, that moving through energy, like I was talking about with the Scorpio new moon of Frodo, right? He had to get up every day and do the thing, the mission he had to do. There was no option to quit or to give up. So, as defeated as he might feel sometimes, right, he just had no choice but to keep going. So, that may resonate for you to think about things that way. You don't always have to win, you don't always have to succeed, but you do have to get up every day and show up and do the things that you are here to do. So, checking in with yourself on your creative process, affirming you are in the right place, right? If you are listening to your heart, if you are responding to the things that your soul is calling you to do, then you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to keep going in that direction and see where it leads you. So, check in with what is important to you today, thinking about the bigger picture, your beliefs, and how it may or may not agree with what you are being asked or told to believe in the world around you, right? So whatever that narrative is, always check your facts, and always check in with your inner wisdom as well. And so we have to have that balance. We don't want to lose ourselves in the fantasy of what we want to see, but we also don't want to give up on the possibility of creating what we really truly believe in. So hopefully that is helpful. Thank you for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and my website, astrologyheals.com. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already, and for all of your support. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.